If you've bought the 3x3 or the 4x4 and have upgraded to 600 or 1000 watt lights, you'll want to adhere the 6-inch TD S&P fan using zip ties as shown in the video. Remember, the cooler your light is, not only the cooler will the environment be, but the closer your plants will be able to get to the light. Here we are attaching our 6-inch non-insulated ducting to our air cylinder. This will be our air intake, and you'll notice that we let the 6-inch non-insulated ducting go to the floor where the air is cooler. We will then use our silver tape, our HVAC tape, to tape everything together so there are no air leaks. The complete grow room kits come with a wall mount mini clip fan. This fan, it doesn't really matter where this fan goes, just as long as it's circulating air in your grow room environment. This helps to keep the air moving, resulting in a clean, healthy environment. You'll want to assemble your flood and drain hydroponic system. Remember that your flood and drain kit have a 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch opening. Your 3/4 inch, the larger of the two, is for the flood or the drain back to your reservoir. This way the table can never overflow. It will always allow more water out of the table than into the table, as long as your 3/4 or larger hole are your drain tube. The flood drain fittings are adjustable. You can increase or decrease the amount of water that sits in the tray. This is important for clones and seedlings, as oftentimes the water level needs to come up so that the root systems are getting wet. You'll see here that there's a grommet. This grommet keeps these flood drain fittings from leaking. You want to make sure that the grommet is inside the tray, and then affix or tighten your flood drain fitting. Here's our 3/4 inch tubing, which is our drain. Here's our 1/2 inch tubing, which will connect to the pump. We're putting the tubing through the reservoir lid, then go into the reservoir, where our 1/2 inch will connect to the pump. Our pumps have filters inside them. This is to keep the lines from getting clogged, it's a good idea once in a while to clean these filters out. Put the 120 volt power cord through the hole to minimize cord chaos and keep our environment clean and safe. Here we're affixing the 1/2-inch tubing to the pump. There are barbed valves on the pump which hold the 1/2-inch tubing firmly. Our reservoir lid keeps light from getting into the reservoir, which can cause algae growth. We like to set our flood drain settings 30 minutes on and 3 hours off all the way around the clock. It will not come out exactly like that, but more or less, and you'll have good drainage from your plants as well as ample water. We depress the pins down for on time, and the pins that remain up will be our off time. Be sure that the side pin is in the up position. If you want to override and keep the pump on, you can have the side pin in the down position. Once again, we're using our cord holes to minimize some of our cord chaos. You'll notice that the flood table as well as the reservoir are food grade plastics. There is no leaching from these plastics. A lot of times some of your recycled plastic can have some leaching, which can cause carcinogens in your reservoir and or pH imbalances. Here we have our Viastone Grow Rocks. This is an expanded clay aggregate. It's pH stable. We're going to fill our pots with this aggregate. It holds water and moisture for the plants and is a great media for growing in hydroponics. Here we have our plants planted. They are low enough so that they get water when the pump kicks on and floods the table. Next, we'll want to hook up our hydrometer thermometer. In this case, we're simply going to leave it on the reservoir. The hydrometer thermometer can also be connected on the outside of the tent so that you can monitor temperature and humidity without having to unzipper the tent. Just be sure that the remote probe is inside the tent for accurate readings. Here we see our complete hydroponic grow room together. The fan, carbon filter combo, the light, and our hydroponic system. The zippers are heavy duty and meant to last. This is what you'll see when you open your grow room.